I'm so proud of Harry. He's taming 2 beavers at the same time. He must take after his narrator. The female tamed first, so naturally, she is the eager beaver. We'll let her mate tame up, and then we'll go ahead and make a saddle and be right back. Alright, got the first saddle going. And these things are very expensive, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and make a second one, so I've got one for each. And then, let's see what we do. I don't think I'm going to be using these guys just yet. But we've got them, and they're pretty awesome. Portable smithy. So here we are too, guys. I've gone ahead, saddled up my guys, and I'm getting ready to head up this mountain over here to my right. But I came across this guy, and you've seen how well Fluffy is at dispensing alpha raptors. Let's see how Fluffy handles an alpha carno. Get up, Fluffy! Sorry, I couldn't really help myself. So as you see, with normal rates on my gameplay, it takes quite a few bites for anything that's serious. So, several chomps later, let's finish the job. The only problem with Fluffy is she gets a little over-aggressive sometimes, and, well, she throws her food. Yeah, I don't understand either. Maybe she prefers her meals soaked in water a little bit. If you've ever seen the raccoon dropping its food in the water before it eats it. Pretty good gauntlets right there. But anyways, we're going to be taking Fluffy for a little ride right here. So you can see she's definitely holding her weight, and at this point, other than awesome sauce for mobility, Fluffy is the queen of the dinosaurs, if you will. The thing we have to watch out for is Gigas, though, for sure. They'll devour anything and everything at this point. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and climb up the mountain, and I'll bring you guys back, tell you a little bit about the plan. So that plan I was talking about is getting a little more questionable. This, even though we can't get a good shot on it right now, is a level 92 female Giga. This is not what we want to see. And I don't know why. It looks like she just decided to dive off the side of the mountain and head that way towards the water, which is the last place a Giga wants to be, is in water. They're absolute destroyers on land and these mountaintops, but they are nearly useless in the water. They can't move whatsoever. They're mobile, just so slow that it's seemingly useless. So I'm gonna throw a little base up here with the forges. It's a little more iffy with Gigas and things of that nature, but I'm also looking for a Doedicurus. I'm looking for I'm basically trying to get everything for gathering earlier in the game so that we can move forward and, you know, go to the point of taming the Gigas and shooting them to death and things like that. First, we have to make our resources more readily available. Now, as I've said before, I'm going to keep the gather rates pretty low because the dino's utility is best shown by amplifying the rates at which you gain things, obviously. We got crystal. There's an awful lot of obsidian around here over at the sides of the mountain. And, you know, kind of tempted to tame that guy, but not today. We just got our eager beaver, and I decided to name the male Bucky. For those of you familiar with Buckies, it's a Texas thing maybe, I don't really know. I've never checked to see their regions. Alright guys, I'll bring you back from here. This is the wrong end to be on an Alpha Rex. You do not want to be on this end of the Alpha Rex whatsoever, much less on my frog. Look at my stamina. Look at Awesome Sauce's health. unfortunately crossed paths with this alpha right here. Let's, you know what? We've got a good amount of ammo, guys. I want to update you real quick, though. I built a small forage area on top of the mountain that we were at earlier, where we saw the Giga at the base of the mountain, where we were leveling up Fluffy. Killed the Alpha Carno there. We are going to definitely try to kill this Alpha. This should be a lot of good experience and potentially some really good loot. If nothing else, later on we'll use the skin helmet from it. Not really interested in using it until I can dye it. Like this bone helmet, at least at our current playthrough. Oh my god. So yeah, I don't have any other way to fight this guy. I'd need 5 fluffies probably, or more, and probably still lose 1 or 2. These things are ridiculous. This bow is 200% damage, something like that. Super good. So we got the base over there. Been building on the base. I'll show you some more additions as we go. We had a horrible Rex attack at our base right after we moved our dinos in. I forgot to tell you guys about that. And I keep neglecting to record problems that are happening. And I'll try and remedy that going forward, guys. Start trying to show you guys the failures and things as they go. But this is as close as I want to be to this guy. Anyway, I'm going to pelt away at him. I'm going to try to stay perched up here. And I'll try to bring you back when we're closer to... Okay, when we're closer to killing him. Alright, be right back, guys. So I have pelted this guy with over... Oh, geez. 140 arrows, 150 arrows. Missed a few times, but not very many. You can see he's pretty bloody. And I am now out of arrows. I have my long neck and 10 bullets. I doubt that's going to finish the job, but yeah. Let's try a little modern tech. I really, really don't want him to eat me. God. See this? This is how crazy they are, guys. Been a number of times he's just like had half his body stuck in the side of the mountain trying to get me. No. One down. I guess this guy just can't take a hint. Just see how relentless they are. Unlike most things, they don't tend to just run away or anything like that. They just do everything they can to kill you. I just had one come up on me out of nowhere, I'd be dead. With most mounts and things, including Fluffy. Ah, he's not dying. How bloody he is, even with all that red. Trying to keep aggro though. Another problem too is you can clip the side of the mountain and things like that trying to shoot, so I'm trying to hit high. Oh, here we go. Nah, no dice. Scary up close, isn't he? Alright, well we're not going to leave. We're going to finish this job one way or another. But, let's remount if we can. Success. No. See, there he is doing what I was talking about earlier. Now we're going to go ahead and I think we need to craft some more arrows. It's the easiest thing we can do. Lick him to death. Oh, he's free. Okay, let's go make. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna jump over to the side of the mountain over here and craft me up some arrows. Alright, guys. I think this will be enough arrows. At least to finish the job. And I did check. It's 180% damage per shot off of this crossbow. So it's like we're shooting him with 2 every time. Watch us just fall off this edge by scooting too much. Or an RG come up and hit us from behind. Wouldn't that just make our day? But the good thing is he followed us over here. So if we do find ourselves in need of more arrows, then it's definitely something we can tend to. We can go ahead and craft some more over here. And we've got our second crossbow to use if this one breaks. He's really bloody though. I've noticed that the blood doesn't tend to show on these guys till they're pretty damaged. And then it rapidly shows on them as they get closer to death. Little choppy action right there. Still happens from time to time. Come on. Just die. I see how many shots these guys... There you go. See how many shots these guys take? It's ridiculous. But, you know, they are one of the most powerful things in the game, so it does make sense. Pretty sure these guys can take the Broodmother and things, which I've never summoned, but I'll definitely summon them for this series. Let's see if we got any loot. Of course not. We got our trophies though. Let's get up close and personal. To the size of this guy. Only do this when they're already dead. Alright guys, I'll bring you back here in a little bit. Gotta have my screenshot. So after we left off, I had the luxury of my game crashing. So we get to finish killing this guy again. Thankfully, it took me back to where I had crafted the arrows. And I was a good 15 or 20 minutes further into the game. So I definitely got banded back for a good amount of time. But you know what? We were still here. He was already damaged quite a bit, and I spent a long time shooting this guy. So I'll take what I can get. So we already know we can kill him. Let's see if we can finish the job a second time. You know, if we can get him to cooperate. Get up here. The pathing is interesting on these things. There's no, the AI doesn't seem to tell them their best option to get to you when there are sometimes options at a good distance. Now you saw the Spino from the second episode just go all the way around and get me, so it seems to be a bit random in how good their AI is at times. I really don't want to take a ton of fall damage here, but oh well. Ah, not too bad. Little close for comfort. Keep missing him more this time than I did the first. I guess if he can glitch out the game, then he's got a decent advantage. You know, the closer he gets, the more unnerving it is. This guy broke my armor once in one bite. Or at least one major piece. At least we know we're hitting him. We got music finally. Don't He decided to dance, I don't know. He's super bloody. We know he's almost dead. We killed him around this point earlier, if I can hit him. As I said, the AI seems to behave a little strange at times. You see him just kind of... Before we couldn't get him off of us, now we can't seem to get him up close to us again. There we go. Hey, look. We killed him twice. I mean, we only get credit once, but we killed him twice. Oh, his mouth's open. You know what I gotta do before he falls. There we go. It's like a selfie. I'm kidding. Don't ever do selfies. Unless they're with, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex. So, no more Alpha Rexes being a problem or anything. Went back to base for a little while. Got some things organized a little bit. Put up some preserving bins, a cooking pot. Trying to get a few things done at the base. I'll showcase the base a little more as a few more things get done there. And so far it looks like a partially constructed thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but I tend not to sit on building for long periods of time. Try to go out and get some things done. More action, if you will. And so this is the cave on Predator Island. And I have not ever spent much time in the caves, as they tend to be dangerous places no matter what point of the game you're in. Mostly because of difficulty to recover bodies, things like that. But I just thought I'd showcase this as the end of the video today, guys, because it's something a little bit different from the norm. I've also found a cave between our original base and our command base. I'd say it's slightly closer to the original base, but it's about halfway through. And I don't think that if I was flying, I would find the place nearly as easy. As a matter of fact, I know at one time I did look for each cave, and I had a lot of trouble finding it. Moving around on the ground made it much more visible in a realistic way. And I never really thought about how easy this cave could be with parachutes and grappling hooks, things like that, things to really assist. Now, I'd feel more comfortable if I had, say, 10 grappling hooks and, 4 or 5 parachutes, but as usual, we're not here prepared. Side note, like I said before, I'm not sure how well I covered it, but we did lose our trike and... our trike survived. What am I saying? We lost a bunch of the brand new dinos that we just tamed at the base. Like right as we got there, I tamed some dillos and a couple of raptors and things. And one raptor survived, a couple dillos survived. We'll add back to it because, as I said before, we're going to make some kibble this time. And I'm not sure timeline or anything like that. It's just on the agenda. We're going to have to get some crops going first, things like that. It's quite expensive because in single player, crops aren't going to build unless you're actually playing the game. So it slows things down a lot. But rather than affect those, we're going to use the greenhouse since they were implemented recently. They're just extremely expensive for us right now. And that's also why we're working on our resource gathering dinos and things like that. But I come down here, get the artifact if I can. An artifact in every cave. And you utilize them later in the game to summon bosses and things like that. Which, I'm going to do a lot more of that in the future in the game. Granted, much of your single player content does not yet exist in the game. So, keep that in mind, guys, if it seems pretty dull or what have you. This is not dull when you're trying to jump around and actually, survive in this game. I say that a lot because there's, I'm not sure if you've ever seen the show or heard of it, but the series 1,000 Ways to Die, yeah, there's definitely 1,000 ways to die in Ark. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here once we get some loot. And we'll be out safely just fine, I'm sure. Now, without any grappling hooks, not so much. It's harder to go up than it is down, obviously. What'd we get? Meh, could be better, could be worse. But anyway, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day, y'all.